First of all, as Father mentioned, I want to wish you all a very glorious 4th of July weekend. And the 4th of July is very important to us here at St. Patrick. A little history. In 1907, the transit workers in the farms and the summer residents banded together and built the old church of St. Patrick, and the cornerstone was laid July 4th, 1907. That in itself is amazing, since for many, many years, right up until the 50s and later, this neighborhood was substantially and mostly Methodist. Not only that, a few miles away in St. Anastasia, they built that church within 1 year of each other. So think about the great witness of those people who were farm workers and temporary residents who built these churches. 1907, July 4th. Anyway, I thank Father for letting me preach today, because this reading from Matthew is one of my favorite. It's a fabulous reading and something that I refer to many times in my life. I'll tell you why in a minute. But the first part of it is very interesting. For although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the little ones. This passage in the old church was used at baptisms. Interesting, right? That the church even realized that although the children may not realize it, they were having Jesus revealed to them and changing them forever by baptism. And we're in a world today that's very cynical. And the wise and the learned do not believe. And if they can't find it in their books and their studies and their proof, they don't believe. And Jesus tells us to be like little children. Not childish, childlike. And to believe as a child believes and trusts in their parents. And Jesus says, have the same trust in God the Father. It's faith, not proof. Because with faith, proof is not needed. And without faith, there's never enough proof. So be childlike. For to you who are childlike, the supernatural revelation of Jesus comes to us and gives us hope. The next part of this gospel reading is the part that I recite in my head over and over. We are all labored and troubled. We all carry our burdens. We all are in need of refreshment and help. And Jesus provides us that. Come to me, all you who are labored and burdened, and I will give you rest. Important to note that we're still working. Where's our rest? And I'm not a farmer. I'm a tax accountant, so I had to read up on this. A yoke is a device of usually heavy wooden and metal that's put on two farm animals to carry the burden, whether it be a plow or a heavy cart. And Jesus is saying, take my yoke. So he has the other side of the yoke. And he's asking you to take the one side He's going to carry us. He's going to shoulder most of the burden. It doesn't mean that we don't have burden. We still do. The only analogy I could think of I saw in a story, think of a bird and the weight of its wings. And if you took the wings off the bird to relieve it of the weight of the wings, you'd have a bird that just walks around. But with its wings, it can fly. And with the yoke of Jesus, with what he asks us to do, you can fly. Come to me, all you who are labor and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden light. Take on this yoke and fly.